Amon Marshall didn't run, but he did his vertical over, which is 32.5. 9.9 broad jump. He's probably going to switch to free safety. Now, the moment that I'm pretty sure Terry and Obi have been waiting for, and they're probably just too petty to mention it. Marvell Tell. Shout out to FBC. Marvell Tell, 6'2", 195, did 8 bench press reps. 41-inch vertical. I'm pretty sure he did the same at the combine. Want to guess his 40 time? Just say the first thing that comes to mind.
4.6.
Close.
What is it?
4.57. Yeah, there goes him being a press corner at the next level.
Well, they were talking about him pulling up the combine and being like an athletic specimen and freak.
Really, he just jumps really high. And Cedric Ware, who I thought was going to have some speed, only ran a 4.6. Yeah. Okay, Pittsburgh Pro Day. Darren Hall, running back, 5'11", 217, ran a 4.42. 27 bench press reps, 6.72 cone drill, 10.2 broad jump, 32-inch vert. Really impressive. Quadri Olison, he only did the 3 cone. I think he was at the NFL Combine. His 3 cone was 7.02. Now that's important because Montez Sweat ran a 7 flat in the cone drill. He had a faster cone drill than this running back at 6'6", 270, running a 4.41. And it came out that he had a heart problem after the combine. He had a heart problem and everybody knew about it. They just didn't say anything. So similar to Mo Hurst, a heart murmur, I'm just saying, why not double down if you're the Raiders and just draft Montez Sweat 4th overall if you're not going to take White. But yeah, so their defensive lineman, James Folston, 6'2", 233, ran a 4.68, 23 bench press reps, a 6'8 in the cone drill, which is fantastic, and a 40.5-inch vertical on a 10'9" broad jump. Pittsburgh State have athletes on the low. And a receiver, Rafael Araujo Lopez, 5'9", 190, ran a 4.45, 36 vert, 6.79 in the cone drill, 10'3" broad jump. The running back, he's really a fullback, George Aston, 6 feet, 240, 4.6, 640, 29 bench press reps, 7.05 in the cone drill, 32.5 vert. Again, Pittsburgh has a lot of good pro players. They're like Rutgers in that way. They always have somebody. Let's see. Dwayne Hendricks, defensive end, 6'4", 265, ran a 4.68. 23 bench press reps, 28.5-inch vert. And if you want to know what the 3 cone drill is, you can just look it up. It pretty much just measures agility and explosion. They have a linebacker, Siyun Adiwu. I'm totally probably butchering his name. Sorry. 6 feet, 230, ran a 4.6 flat, 25 bench press reps, 32.5-inch vert. Defensive back, Colin Jonoff, 5'9", 195, ran a 4.5 flat, 12 bench press reps. Again, corners and safeties, it really doesn't matter much what you bench press, only that you actually have strong technique. That's the funny thing. Like, that's the one position where it really doesn't matter, that and receiver. But when they are freakishly strong, it kind of means something.
All right. Did you talk about Ohio State's pro day yet?
No, but I'm about to wrap up Clemson's, and then we're going to get into Ohio State's pro day. Okay. Let me scroll back down to where I was. Holy crap. Pittsburgh has a lot of people. Oh, Wake Forest pro day. Greg Dortch. Some people liked him. 5'7", 173, ran a 4.49 40. Another receiver, Alex Bachman, 6 feet, 190, ran a 4.42, 10.7 broad jump. Alabama's pro day, which was Wednesday, it was Wednesday. I guess whatever. It wasn't Wednesday, but it was beforehand. Mac Wilson, inside linebacker, the last dude who could be considered a possibly first-round pick. They had him 6'2", 239, and allegedly running a 4.65. But hey, whatever. and a 33-inch vert, 10'1" broad jump. Lester Cotton, offensive lineman, did 24 bench press reps. Penn State. Let me see. There's a couple more. Actually, we already ran down Michigan, right? Did we talk about Michigan last week?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, cool. So then Syracuse. Nothing really to talk about there. Oh yeah, Louisiana Tech. Jalen Ferguson, who wasn't allowed at the combine because he got no fight his freshman year at a Waffle House or whatever, ran a 4.75, 6'4", 271, 24 bench press reps, 32-inch vertical, 34 and 1/4 inch arms. That's really good for a guy who's the all-time sack leader in college football history. 6'4", he said it, 6'4", 270, running a 4.72. I think that's a pretty good 40 time. He said that. Oh, yeah, and lastly, before I get to Clemson and Ohio State, Penn State's pro day, they had a guy, I'm just going to go to the most impressive times. Cole Farmer, linebacker, 6'1", 228, ran a 4.48, 1.55 split. The 10-yard split is just how fast you ran in the first 10 seconds, which shows key explosion. Bench press, 25, 37-inch vert, 10'4" broad jump. He might get a look because Penn State linebackers always get looks. Connor McGovern, who might be a second-round pick, a highly drafted lineman for Penn State, 6'6", 311, 28 bench press reps. Amani Oruwariye, I'm sorry, I'm butchering his name. Can't say it. Penn State corner, 6'2", 447.
And by the way, the WWE was at Penn State's pro day again this year, scouting. I guess they were at last year's event too.
Because Elias went to Penn State. But yeah, 6'2", I think he played baseball. But 6'2", 203. Yeah, that's a lot of college football players going into wrestling. Shout out to them. But yeah, Amani for Penn State at 6'2", 203, running a 4.47, 36.5-inch vert, 10-foot broad jump, 17 bench press reps. Those numbers are excellent for his size, and he might be a first round pick. He might sneak his way in. Miles Sanders ran a 4.49. The running back who had the misfortune of coming after Saquon Barkley, God incarnated into a running back. But Miles Sanders did good on his own. He had 20 bench press reps, 36-inch vert, 10-4 broad jump. Nick Scott, the safety, 5'11", 201, 4.4, 340, 41-inch vert, 10-8 broad jump, 18 bench press reps. Another running back, Jonathan Thomas, 5'11", 217, ran a 4.4 flat, 39.5-inch vert, 19 bench press reps. DeAndre Tompkins, 5'11", 190-pound receiver, Penn State. Guess what his 40 time was?
What?
4.33.
Wow.
13 bench press reps, 34-inch vert, 10.6 on the broad jump. Yeah, man, Penn State has like a spark. Like they're like one of the low key highest rated spark schools where like they get dudes who are like really great athletes. And they stay great athletes, but like they run better 40 times than their play indicated. But that's just Penn State for you. But yeah, Clemson. There we go. Okay, so a lot of these guys kind of killed their draft stock. What are those guys not being Mark Fields? Mark Fields, 5'11", ran a 4.37. Pretty much sat on his combine numbers. But Kendall Joseph, linebacker, who was thought to be athletic enough, ran a 4.97. But he had 25 bench press reps. Trey Lamar Jr., who probably should have stayed in school, 6'3", 253, ran a 4.95, 25 bench press reps. And they just had him do D-line drills. He's not going to play linebacker at the next level. You got Dexter Lawrence, who sat on his numbers. He ran a 4.05. That is crazy for a man his size. One of their tight ends ran a 4.66. Milan Richard. Cam Scott, a cornerback, ran a 4.78. That's disgusting. A receiver, Travion Thompson, 6'2", 197, ran a 4.43. Christian Wilkins, though, the most important 40 time. Guess what he ran?
What's that?
Just guess. Throw out a number.
I don't know. I was barely listening.
Okay, 6'3", 315, ran a 5.04. He ran a 100th of a second slower than his teammate Dexter Lawrence. And he had 28 bench press reps. But he's like 30 pounds lighter.
Trash.
I thought he was going to run a 4.8, honestly. But he's a gamer. He's probably going to end up with the Patriots or some shit like that. But for a guy his size to... Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting, Christian Wilkins, because he's done a lot. Like, it'll be really interesting. Albert Huggins made himself some money. D-tackle, who ended up at the combine. He definitely made himself some money. Clelin Ferrell didn't run. Clelin Ferrell, 6'4", 264 pass rusher. But he did do 25 bench press reps. But I think that was at the combine. So, yeah. And Austin Bryant was there. Mostly did workout drills, but he didn't run either. So, yeah, there's that. But, yeah. The big one. I think this deserves...
Wait, did you talk about Georgia already?
Georgia's pro day. I think DeAndre Baker
was today too. He supposedly ran a 4.49.
I thought he ran a 4.4 flat.
Something like that. They didn't report official times. It's all unofficial times. But yeah, he's basically Georgia's only first round pick, and he ran a 4.52 at the combine, which wasn't really impressive for a round one corner. Especially when everyone's saying he's the top corner, including himself.
And he won the Thorpe Award for being a lockdown corner, but hey. But also,
so the 4.52 doesn't worry you?
Not really. He's a good corner. Rock Ya-Sin also ran a 4.5. He still did good at Temple's Pro Day. But by the way, shout out to Obi for hitting up all these pro days.
And Riley Ridley ran another 4.6.
Yeah, Riley Ridley was a possession receiver, but good for him. You got a guy like Elijah Holyfield who actually ran a 4.76. He ran a little bit faster, but he's still slow. But honestly, I'm not surprised. Like, there's runs where I wanted to see him explode and accelerate, and he really didn't. In college, he had a couple big runs, but it's like, anyone can do that in college. He probably should have went back to school. But hey, you tell cats to stay in school and they don't listen. This happens. But I mean, not everybody who was a great player in the NFL ran a great 40 time. So there's that.
That's true. Even though you're the
one
who reinforces the hell out of 40 times.
I reinforce athleticism. I'm sorry, but like, if you're gonna be great, I'm gonna need you to have some type of great athletic skill.
Which brings us to Ohio State. So you want to talk about it?
Which is Pro Day U.
Basically, I mean, the reason why that's the one
fast track,
the one we built up to, is because obviously you have Nick Bosa, who's considered in the top 5 picks. Then you got the QB whose name I'm blanking on right now.
Dwayne Haskins.
I don't
Respect that man's name.
Dwayne Haskins, who's a top 10 pick. And then, what else do they have?
Mike Weber, who actually did really good at the combine. Terry McLaurin, Paris Campbell, which
Paris Campbell got hurt and kind of messed up Haskins' pro day, but he played through it.
Yeah, but I mean,
my thing is, and I actually
Haskins can throw the ball.
My thing is, and I actually watched Haskins' pro day, his workout. I'm just not sold on him, man. Like,
why not?
I think
he has 2 receivers who run 4 threes.
I think
Terry McLaurin's going to be a better pro than Paris Campbell,
and he put I mean, not to be a stickler, but I mean, he did put 3 balls on the ground. So I
say receivers